ISO certification signifies that an organization's management system, manufacturing process, service, or documentation procedure meets all the requirements for standardization and quality assurance. It's a globally recognized benchmark, and achieving ISO certification can provide numerous advantages for contractors, despite not being directly employed by them. Firstly, gaining ISO certification enhances credibility and reputation. It demonstrates a commitment to quality and consistency, which can be a significant differentiator in a competitive market. Potential clients, especially larger organizations and government entities, often prefer or even require contractors to be ISO certified, as it provides assurance that the contractor operates under a recognized and reliable framework. Secondly, ISO certification can improve operational efficiency. The process of implementing and maintaining an ISO standard often involves streamlining processes, reducing waste, and improving overall productivity. By adhering to standardized procedures, contractors can minimize errors, optimize resource allocation, and improve project delivery times. Thirdly, ISO certification can lead to increased customer satisfaction. By focusing on quality management and continuous improvement, contractors can better meet customer expectations and deliver projects that consistently meet or exceed requirements. This can lead to repeat business, positive referrals, and a stronger reputation in the market. Fourthly, ISO certification can help contractors gain a competitive advantage. In industries where ISO certification is becoming increasingly common, it can be a key differentiator that sets a contractor apart from his competitors. It can also open doors to new business opportunities, particularly with clients who prioritize quality and compliance. Several ISO standards are relevant to contractors. ISO 9001 is the most widely recognized standard for quality management systems. It provides a framework for consistently providing products and services that meet customer and regulatory requirements. Implementing ISO 9001 can help contractors improve their processes, reduce errors, and enhance customer satisfaction. ISO 14001 is an environmental management standard that helps organizations minimize their environmental impact. It provides a framework for identifying, managing, and controlling environmental aspects of a contractor's operations. Implementing ISO 14001 can help contractors reduce waste, conserve resources, and improve their environmental performance. ISO 45001 is an occupational health and safety management standard that helps organizations create a safe and healthy working environment. It provides a framework for identifying and controlling hazards, reducing accidents and injuries, and improving employee well-being. Implementing ISO 45001 can help contractors protect their workers, reduce downtime, and improve their overall safety performance. The process of obtaining ISO certification typically involves several steps. 1. The contractor needs to select the appropriate ISO standard based on their business needs and objectives. 2. They need to implement a management system that meets the requirements of the chosen standard. This may involve developing new policies and procedures, training employees, and making changes to existing processes. 3. The contractor needs to undergo an audit by an accredited certification body. The audit will assess whether the management system meets the requirements of the ISO standard. 4. If the audit is successful, the certification body will issue an ISO certificate. 5. The contractor needs to maintain their ISO certification by undergoing regular surveillance audits. These audits ensure that the management system continues to meet the requirements of the ISO standard. Maintaining ISO certification requires a commitment to continuous improvement. Contractors need to regularly review their management system, identify areas for improvement, and implement corrective actions. They also need to stay up to date with changes to the ISO standard and ensure that their management system remains compliant. While ISO certification can be a valuable asset for contractors, it's important to consider the costs and benefits before pursuing certification. The costs of certification can include the cost of implementing a management system, the cost of the audit, and the ongoing costs of maintaining certification. The benefits of certification can include increased credibility, improved operational efficiency, increase customer satisfaction, and a competitive advantage. Smaller contractors may find the process of achieving and maintaining ISO certification daunting due to resource constraints. However, there are resources available to help them. Many consulting firms specialize in helping contractors implement ISO standards. These firms can provide guidance on developing a management system, preparing for an audit, and maintaining certification. There are also government agencies and industry associations that offer resources and support for contractors seeking ISO certification. In summary, ISO certification is a valuable tool for contractors looking to enhance their credibility, improve operational efficiency, increase customer satisfaction, and gain a competitive advantage. While the process of obtaining and maintaining certification can be challenging, the benefits can outweigh the costs, particularly for contractors operating in competitive markets or working with larger organizations. Contractors should carefully consider their business needs and objectives before pursuing ISO certification and seek assistance from qualified professionals if needed. By embracing ISO standards, contractors can demonstrate their commitment to quality, safety, and environmental responsibility, ultimately contributing to a more sustainable and successful construction industry. The specific requirements for electrical contractors can vary depending on the scope of their work and the relevant regulatory requirements. However, some general areas that electrical contractors should focus on in relation to ISO standards include quality management. Electrical contractors should implement a quality management system that ensures their work meets the required standards and specifications. This includes having documented procedures for installation, testing, and inspection. Safety management is also important. Electrical contractors should implement a safety management system that protects their workers and the public from electrical hazards. This includes providing adequate training, using appropriate personal protective equipment, and following safe work practices. Environmental management is another important aspect. Electrical contractors should minimize their environmental impact by properly managing waste, conserving resources, and preventing pollution. This includes following environmental regulations and using environmentally friendly materials. Electrical contractors often deal with projects that have significant environmental impact. Compliance with ISO 14001 can demonstrate their commitment to environmental stewardship. This standard provides a framework for managing environmental responsibilities, reducing waste, and promoting sustainable practices within their operations. Implementing robust safety protocols is critical in electrical work. ISO 45001 provides guidance for establishing an effective occupational health and safety management system. Achieving certification demonstrates a proactive approach to preventing workplace accidents, injuries, and illnesses, ensuring the well-being of employees and minimizing liability. Beyond the specific standards, electrical contractors also need to comply with relevant industry regulations and standards, such as the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and local building codes. These codes provide detailed requirements for electrical installations, wiring, and safety. Electrical contractors must ensure that their work complies with all applicable codes and regulations. For example, the NEC, specifically Article 250, covers grounding and bonding requirements to ensure electrical safety. Proper grounding and bonding minimize the risk of electric shock and equipment damage. Article 300 addresses wiring methods and materials, specifying how electrical conductors should be installed and protected. Article 310 provides guidelines for conductor ampacity, determining the maximum current carrying capacity of wires based on factors like insulation type and ambient temperature. Article 400 covers flexible cords and cables, outlining their acceptable uses and limitations. Electrical contractors should also establish a system for managing and controlling documents and records. This includes keeping accurate records of electrical installations, inspections, and testing. These records are essential for demonstrating compliance with codes and regulations and for troubleshooting problems. Regular inspections and audits are crucial for maintaining compliance with ISO standards and electrical codes. Electrical contractors should conduct regular self-inspections to identify potential problems and ensure that their work meets the required standards. They should also be prepared for external audits by certification bodies and regulatory agencies. Continuing education and training are essential for electrical contractors to stay up to date with the latest codes, standards, and technologies. Electrical contractors should provide regular training for their employees to ensure that they have the knowledge and skills necessary to perform their work safely and effectively. Proper documentation is essential for demonstrating compliance and ensuring quality control. This includes maintaining accurate records of design specifications, installation procedures, test results, and inspection reports. Documentation serves as evidence of adherence to standards and regulations, facilitating audits and enabling traceability in case of issues. Electrical contractors need to ensure that their workforce is adequately trained and competent to perform the tasks assigned to them. Training programs should cover safety procedures, technical skills, relevant codes and standards, and the use of specialized equipment. Competent personnel are essential for delivering high-quality work and minimizing the risk of errors and accidents. Implementing effective communication channels is vital for ensuring that all stakeholders, including clients, employees, suppliers, and subcontractors, are well informed and aligned on project requirements. Regular meetings, clear documentation, and open lines of communication facilitate collaboration, minimize misunderstandings, and promote efficient project execution. Electrical contractors often rely on suppliers and subcontractors for various aspects of their operations. It is essential to establish clear quality requirements for these external providers and to monitor their performance to ensure that they meet the required standards. This includes conducting supplier audits, reviewing product specifications, and verifying compliance with relevant regulations. Electrical contractors should establish a system for identifying and addressing non-conformances such as deviations from design specifications, code violations, or customer complaints. This system should include procedures for investigating the root causes of non-conformances, implementing corrective actions to prevent recurrence, and verifying the effectiveness of the corrective actions. ISO 10002 provides guidance on handling customer complaints effectively. Establishing a formal complaint management system can help electrical contractors identify areas for improvement, enhance customer satisfaction, and protect their reputation. The system should include procedures for receiving, investigating, and resolving complaints in a timely and professional manner. Effective risk management is essential for electrical contractors to mitigate potential hazards and minimize the likelihood of accidents, injuries, and property damage. This includes conducting risk assessments, implementing control measures, and developing emergency response plans. Risk management should be an integral part of the contractor's overall management system. Electrical contractors should continuously monitor and measure their performance against key indicators such as safety statistics, customer satisfaction ratings, project completion rates, and compliance with regulations. This data can be used to identify trends, track progress, and identify areas for improvement. Performance measurement should be an ongoing process, with regular reviews and adjustments as needed. Electrical contractors should foster a culture of continuous improvement within their organization, encouraging employees to identify opportunities for improvement and to participate in problem solving. This can be achieved through training programs, suggestion schemes, and regular performance reviews. A culture of continuous improvement helps to drive innovation, enhance efficiency, and improve overall performance. Implementing and maintaining ISO standards and adhering to electrical codes and regulations requires a significant commitment of resources and effort. However, the benefits of doing so can be substantial, including improved safety, enhanced quality, increased customer satisfaction, and a competitive advantage. Electrical contractors should carefully weigh the costs and benefits before making a decision about whether to pursue ISO certification or to implement other compliance measures. The specifics of implementation will vary depending on the size and complexity of the electrical contracting business. However, the general principles of quality management, safety management, and environmental management apply to all electrical contractors, regardless of their size or scope of work. Smaller electrical contractors may find it challenging to implement and maintain ISO standards due to limited resources. However, there are a number of steps that they can take to simplify the process, such as focusing on the most relevant standards, using readily available templates and tools, and seeking assistance from industry associations or consultants. Larger electrical contractors typically have more resources available to implement and maintain ISO standards. They may also have more complex operations that require a more comprehensive approach to compliance. Larger contractors may benefit from establishing a dedicated compliance team and from investing in specialized software and equipment. Regardless of size, all electrical contractors should strive to create a culture of compliance within their organization. This means ensuring that all employees understand the importance of safety, quality, and environmental responsibility, and that they are committed to following established procedures. A culture of compliance is essential for maintaining a safe and efficient workplace and for protecting the environment.